Welcome into the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. Chase Sr. here with you. Yet again, San Francisco coming through with the victory, their fourth in a row to push that record to 7-4 as they shut out the New Orleans Saints by a final score of 13-0. No matter where you are or how you're tuned in, greatly appreciate all of you for supporting the show and giving us a watch and a listen. To all of you who tuned into our watch party, we greatly appreciate that. Record numbers on that side of things. So the Niners with another really impressive victory on the defensive side of the ball. We'll get to the offense, but the defense has now gone 116 minutes, I believe, in the second half without giving up a single point. The offense in this game was a little bit spotty, but coming off a 30-point effort against the Arizona Cardinals and going up against a feisty Saints defense, you had to figure that the offense, maybe points were going to be hard to come by. They did what they had to do, but this story and this game really comes down to the defense just being absolutely spectacular from minute 1 until minute 60, pitching a shutout, and then coming through very, very clutch with impressive defensive play in the red zone, not giving any points up to the New Orleans Saints. You look at the leaders there for New Orleans. Andy Dalton, check down Charlie, 18 of 29, 204 yards. Alvin Kamara, 7 carries for just 13 yards as this Niners rushing defense was spectacular. Alvin Kamara also had 2 fumbles on the day, so the Niners opportunistic on that front. Chris Olave showed some flashes, 5 catches, 62 yards. And then offensively, Jimmy Garoppolo, 26 of 37, 221 with a touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, 7 carries for 35 yards. Elijah Mitchell, some injury news with him. He went out in this game. It's a knee injury for Elijah Mitchell, so Jordan Mason, it was great to see him. Unfortunately, though, it came at the hands of Elijah Mitchell being out. We'll see what happens with that knee injury. But right now, Elijah Mitchell had missed all that time with that knee injury suffered in Week 1 against the Chicago Bears. Let's hope that he's okay. Brandon Ayuk, 5 catches, 65 yards, rounding things out for the offense for San Francisco. So with that, let's do this, and then I'll get to my overall thoughts of this game as we just gave you the summary there. Grade the Niners' performance today, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know right now in the chat, and we're about 30 people away from 68,000 subscribers. Make sure you subscribe for daily videos on the San Francisco 49ers. All right, my overall thoughts on this game. I thought San Francisco started it off in a really great way, and they started by setting a tone on the defensive side of the ball, and that ended up being the overarching theme throughout the afternoon. They forced the fumble on Alvin Kamara on the Saints' first drive, and it was disappointing to only get 3 points on that opening drive offensively for the Niners, but they set the tone. They let New Orleans that they were going to bring the hammer, they were going to be physical, that yards and points were going to be difficult and, from the points perspective, impossible to come by. And the Niners defense proved once again why they are the best defense in the NFL. Defensive line, even without Eric Armstead and Javon Kinlaw, continues to be successful, all led by Nick Bosa, who had that great sack of Andy Dalton in the red zone on that 4th down play. Jordan Willis, Charles Omenihu continuing to play really well. Chris Kocurek and his development of defensive linemen continues to be just fantastic because he's the best defensive line coach in the league because he maximizes everybody along that front and continues to have these guys playing at a really, really good level. And then I thought there was also a momentum changer right before halftime in this game when the Niners were able to get their lone touchdown of the afternoon. They take over knowing that they're going to get the ball after recess. And Jimmy Garoppolo, a couple of big 3rd downs on that drive as he continues to be spectacular on 3rd down conversions, and specifically to Jauan Jennings. And getting that touchdown before the break was huge. It's amazing how good Jauan Jennings is on some of those money downs. 3rd downs, 4th downs. Whenever the Niners need a critical conversion on a money down, it seems as though Jauan Jennings always in the right place at the right time. The rapport that he has with Jimmy Garoppolo is special. And the bobbling touchdown catch allowed the Niners to get that touchdown right before the break. And I thought that Jimmy G made some nice plays on that drive as well. Now we're going to continue to break this game down and answer your calls live here on Callin as well as YouTube. But first, do want to tell you about a brand new sponsor here on the 49ers Report, Kamikoto. That's how our post-game show is brought to you. They make great Japanese style kitchen knives using traditional techniques that have been honed and perfected by generations of knife smiths. The knives come in a heavy-duty ashwood box that we just showed you, which is really clean, which makes it a great gift during this holiday season. Each knife individually inspected, and they are so confident in their product, is Kamikoto, that they come with a lifetime guarantee. Kamikoto knives, carefully polished, both blade and handle are satin finished, making them smooth as silk. They are wickedly sharp and perfect for slicing meats and vegetables to prepare an amazing meal on every Niners game day. Kamikoto are used by Michelin star chefs all over the world, and they are having a huge holiday sale right now. Plus, our viewers can get an extra $50 off on any purchase and free shipping with the discount code CHAT. Go to kamikoto.com/chat to get your knives set and help support our channel. That link is in the comments section and the description of this video. We appreciate them for sponsoring this video. One more time, it's kamikoto.com/chat, promo code chat for that deal to apply. Some more notes that I have. The diversification of this offense makes this offense, with the lack of a deep ball, and we saw Jimmy Garoppolo miss on that wheel route to Christian McCaffrey, one of the more difficult offenses to stop in the NFL. You can go anywhere with the football. Run it to Christian McCaffrey. Run it to Deebo Samuel. Let's hope that Elijah Mitchell is okay. Pass catching options. George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings. The amount and array of weapons that you can go to through the air and on the ground of this Niners offense makes them very difficult to prepare against, even though teams know that Jimmy Garoppolo struggles to throw that deep ball. The defense continues to be absolutely stellar, especially in the second half. That is now, I believe, 116 minutes in which they have not given up points in the second half alone. Defensively, the Chris Kocurek effect and good coaching on the defense and that defensive line really is a game changer. T.Y. McGill, couple of big plays. Charles Omenihu had 8 pressures last week. Once again, he was all over Andy Dalton. Tashaun Gipson, him being a veteran-laden safety, and to give this team significant snaps really is impressive. The development of vets and young players is amazing. And what good teams do with veteran players, especially, they sign them in free agency, they just boost their confidence to a certain degree. And that's what this organization has been able to do. So we're about to start taking your calls right here, live on Callin. If you're listening on Callin, make sure you hop into the caller queue. If you're watching us on YouTube, download the Callin app if you want to call into the show. And we're going to pivot gears to all of our lovely callers here. So Evan, the GM, you're our next caller here on the Niners Report. What's up, Evan? How you doing tonight?
Hey, how are you?
Doing awesome, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, and Tan's doing pretty better.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that after last week.
Yeah, and also great game by the 49ers, but the run game was kind of scary with Elijah Mitchell going down.
Yeah, Elijah Mitchell going down, if he's out for an extended period of time, it does change and alter this ground game a little bit because you traded away Jeff Wilson, right?
Does this mean a Melvin Gordon tryout?
Maybe Melvin Gordon comes in to this organization. My problem with Melvin Gordon, though, way too many fumbles. He had 5 this year. That's continued to be his downfall as a player. But if you look at this ground game, you had McCaffrey, you had Elijah Mitchell. Honestly, the better runner of the football is Elijah Mitchell. He is a really good back with good eyes, good instincts, and ability to pick up yards. Even though you think the play is going to be a negative play, he just finds a way to find greener pastures. His story throughout his career continues to get injured, Evan, so I hope that he's okay. What else you got for me, man?
Okay, and also, I still think with the cornerback depth is still an issue. I think they either need to try out Kevin King or Malcolm Butler, like I'm always saying, or try to get better at the nickel or sign a good safety to get that good play package on defense.
I got you. And I actually disagree with you with the corner play because today and in the previous weeks, we've seen Diamador Lenore fill in pretty nicely. Charvarius Mooney-Ward continues to be one of the best offseason acquisitions among all teams in the NFL. Samuel Womack was coming through with some big plays throughout the day. So I actually think their cornerback depth is actually pretty solid, Evan. And then at that safety position, Jimmy Ward, Talanoa Hufanga, Deshaun Gibson, occasionally Tarvarius Moore, a very good safety combo for this football team. Let's next go to Drew Lucero. What's up, Drew? Let me give you this. Drew, you're our next caller on our post-game show. What's up, Drew?
What's happening, Chase? I'm pretty excited about the defense. They're killing it the last 4 games plus. And I was expecting a dud on offense. These guys are probably pretty tired from dealing with all of last week, the travel, being completely away from the facility,
Right.
the entire week before, and obviously Thanksgiving and stuff. I was a little disappointed at first, but then I was thinking about it. It's like, yeah, these guys are gonna lay up a dud on offense just because they're not rested and they can get into a regular routine, their regular routine this week, and we can't play like this against Miami. I'm already looking ahead, and Miami does exactly what we do, but right now they're just a lot more efficient. So we're gonna have to send all the dogs against Miami and Mr. McDaniel. So I appreciate your time, and have a good one, Chase.
Yeah, always good hearing from Drew. And talking about that game next week, huge game in the NFL. I mean, it is the game of the week next week between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. Of course, we'll be doing a watch party for that matchup. We'll be doing a super chat battle against Will Scott, the host of Miami Dolphins today. It's a really good football team. And with Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostert, they have cured what was their biggest weakness prior to the NFL trade deadline. They couldn't run the football. They're running it now. They're undefeated now with Tua Tagovailoa. Their defense has playmakers, and Kyle Shanahan wants to beat Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel wants to come back to the Bay Area to take down Kyle Shanahan. That game is going to be terrific. I hope that all of you join us for our watch party. Let's go next to David Corona. He's one of the OGs here on the Niners Report. What's up, David? David.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing awesome after that Niners win. How are you doing? You got to be fired up, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty happy. What's up with the Raiders beat Seahawks for us?
Is that a final score, man? That's a final score, right?
Yeah, 40-33. Josh Jacobs, 86-yard run.
86-yard run to win the game?
Yes.
Wow, that's incredible, man. That's big for the Niners and their divisional hopes.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Good win, but our offense needs to step up better. But our defense killing the last 3 games. But what happened to Mitchell? What happened to Mitchell? He got hurt again?
Yeah, so David Corona, you're the man, dude. Appreciate you, bro. Elijah Mitchell out for the rest of the game with the knee injury. Kyle Shanahan will update us on his injury status. Let me just look really quickly. I don't see any updates as of this recording as we're live about Elijah Mitchell other than it's just a knee injury. So big concern. The Seahawks going down, though, huge for the Niners as they can continue to really build upon their lead in the NFC West. That game on Thursday night in a couple of weeks is going to be massive. Massive with divisional implications. All right, we'll move forward with Michael, a.k.a. Funky Nitro. Funky Nitro. What it do? What do you got about this game here?
Oh, man. Like Jimmy G misses an open Christian McCaffrey, so it should have been 20-0. But our defense going into playoffs, when we do get into playoffs, not if, but when, our defense, man, makes me feel very good about our chances because defenses win championship, they say. We need a little bit from our offense, though. Our running game was pretty much non-existent. And on your screen, at one point, it said 22 yards for Jimmy G. Was that an error?
Yeah, that's not correct. So Jimmy Garoppolo on the night was 26 of 37 for 222, not 22 yards, but the touchdown, no picks.
Okay, I just wanted to also say that, man, I was screaming. I woke my wife up out of bed because I wanted that streak to continue. No points in the fourth quarter. And my God, that defense is badass. Y'all said I could say the cuss words here? Well, fucking defense was badass.
Let's go.
There you go. I'm done. Go Niners.
Go Niners. To repeat what Funky Nitro said, I'm going to give y'all an opportunity, if you have kids at home, to shield your ears. That defense was fucking badass. And this team is playing some badass football right now. And as you shift gears to now December football, January football, what often translates? Physicality, defense, opportunistic offense, playmakers on offensive side of the football. Niners have all of it. Good coaching as well. Niners have that with Kyle Shanahan. He is now above 500 in his career as a head coach. And if you have this complementary aspect to this Niners roster, that's why I continue to say they're the biggest threat to beat the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFL playoffs. I take them over the Vikings. I take them over the Dallas Cowboys. A Super Bowl appearance and Super Bowl berth representing the NFC in the Super Bowl championship game is completely realistic for this football team. All right, let's go next to Lamar. Lamar, you're the next caller here on the Niners Report post-game show. How you doing, Lamar?
Chase, what's going on, man?
What's good, brother? Thanks for calling in.
Man, look, I'm sitting up here watching this game, and the referees. I mean, come on, guys. Let's just. The referees actually wanted the Saints to make this a game. They really tried the whole game.
The holding call on George Kittle to neglect that touchdown was ridiculous, in my opinion.
Yes. And I'm just at a point where it's us against the world. I mean, every game that we play is us against the world. They find little things. They were hitting Jimmy G all up in the head in the first half. They didn't call anything, and then it was a call where the ref was looking right at us, and he just kept the hanky in his pocket. So, but overall, I'm very happy. The offense didn't look as crisp. I guess, due to the run game, and the Saints it looked like they were having like 6-7 men in the box. And so they were basically daring Jimmy G to beat them. And I was glad he was able to come through.
Yeah. See, what defenses are going to do, they're going to force, and Lamar, great call right there. They're going to force Jimmy Garoppolo to try to beat him. And the downfall of Jimmy Garoppolo as a passer, his biggest flaw, the inability to throw the deep ball. Funky Nitro talked about it. I talked about it earlier. You can't miss on that wheel route to Christian McCaffrey. You have to give the defense something to think about vertically on the field. And right now, the Niners are not pushing the ball downfield. So they have all these options in which you can go along the line of scrimmage, around the line of scrimmage, 10, 15, 20 yards downfield. If they just had that element to their offense, if you're planning for this Niners offense, how do you plan against them? If they have that deep ball popping. If they had one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, like a Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes type, they would be the overwhelming favorites to win the Super Bowl. But because they have Jimmy G, who's more point guard distributor, go where the play is, go through my progressions, check it down if I need to, don't take unnecessary risk, although Jimmy G did have an interception wiped out by a penalty call. That's what's holding this Niners offense back right now from being true Super Bowl contenders. If they just had an offense that went more vertical and pushed the ball downfield. The Niners defense, by the way, 94 straight game minutes of shutout defense, 4 straight games with second half shutouts. Unbelievable. All right, AU, next caller on the Niners Report post-game show. What's up, AU? AU, you there? AU, where you at? We'll go to Michael now. Michael Keller, next caller on the show. What's up, Michael? Michael, you there, bro? I hear you.
Yeah. Hey.
Go ahead, man.
I'm glad we shut out the Saints. They know they couldn't beat us at all. It's just a couple things, Chase. Something did bug me. That little interception that did not happen, which I'm glad it didn't. That's the only thing that bucked me, actually.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it should have been a pick. It was illegal contact downfield, which was the call. And thank you for your call, Michael. Probably should not have been flagged, and it probably should have been an interception. Jimmy Garoppolo got away with one. And I thought there were times in this game, I know Lamar was saying earlier, the Niners didn't get necessarily treated well by the officials. The George Kittle hold should have been an Elijah Mitchell touchdown. There's no question about that. But I thought the officiating went both ways in this football game. I'm not one to really blame officiating. Look, you went 13-0. You avoid the trap game, and now you save your best bullets for the Miami Dolphins coming next week. All right, next caller on the show is going to be Jose. Jose. Welcome on to the post-game show. What's up, man? Make sure you unmute yourself if you want to join the show. Some of you might need to allow microphone access, and maybe that's why you're not able to speak right now. So in the meantime, let's go to Rick, our guy Rick Torres. What's up, Rick, my guy?
Hey, Chase, how's it going?
There he is, man. We align on many things, including the Niners here. Let's go. What do you got?
Yeah, listen, I love the way the defense played. It was a great game. The offense, with Mitchell going down, I think they should play Jordan Mason more. We have players that we can utilize on offense. And I was very happy for Jennings because, with all the talk of getting Odell Beckham, I mean, we have Jennings, we have McLeod, we have Gray. Unfortunately, we don't have someone that could throw it downfield to them, which would open up the offense. Think that those guys can be utilized, and I think the team play well when it's necessary.
Yeah, Rick with some good points right there, and his profile picture is a lion, which I really like because it's better to be a lion than a sheep in this life. He talked about Elijah Mitchell. We have a brand new injury update as we react to it live here on the Niners Report. According to Matt Mayoko and Kyle Shanahan, MCL sprain of the knee for Elijah Mitchell. Kyle Shanahan said it's not believed to be as serious as the MCL injury that he suffered and sustained in week 1. But if it's an MCL sprain of the knee, I have to imagine, and we all have to imagine, he might be out for a couple of weeks. So, going back to what Rick said, Jordan Mason looked damn good as that number 2 running back after Mitchell went out, with Christian McCaffrey being RB1. I just hope that the Niners are able to conserve Christian McCaffrey for the stretch run and not overrun him because he's so critical to the success of this Niners offense. All right, Treasure, next up on the Niners Report. We're going to go through these last several calls somewhat quickly, but Treasure, what do you got for me?
Hey, Chase, it's been a while.
Great to hear from you again, Treasure. My day is always made better when you call.
So, I have a couple of things. Since I haven't been on for a while. I am very ecstatic about the last 2 wins that we picked up, especially the one in Mexico City. I was jumping up and down, running like my head was cut off. But I also have some more personal things that I want to let you know of.
Okay, what do you got, man?
So, recently my partner and I just got a place of our own.
Okay, congrats.
And it's been really hard, but we managed to get it, and now we're starting to stand on our own 2 feet. But I am very delighted about the whole 49ers win, and I hope they can just keep pushing that.
That's good stuff right there. Congrats on the crib. Congrats on you guys being on your own feet. And the Niners on their own feet as well, 4 consecutive wins. Brandon, next caller here on the show. What's up, Brandon? Let's go, Brandon. Brandon, what's up?
What's up?
Yo, how you doing?
Good. I was just thinking maybe Jimmy Garoppolo should throw more to like Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, go ahead.
Because they're pretty fast, and they could get more touchdowns.
Yeah, look, this offense just has so many options to go to right now, so it's difficult to really spread the football out in certain moments. I think a lot of it is game plan oriented. When you're relying on this defense that's causing turnovers and, bending but not breaking in the red zone, playing really good football, your offense can get conservative at times because of how good this defense is. And look, everybody wants Debo, as evidenced by the jersey here, Christian McCaffrey to be more involved, but it is very situationally based, so I appreciate that call. Let's go next to Salim. What up, Salim?
Hey, man. I just wanted to say that I have a few takes on this. One, I think that the 49ers should not try to splurge and get Odell, especially since Nick Bosa's rookie contract is expiring this year, and they're probably going to have to give him a big payday since they gave Debo a big payday after one 1,000-plus yard season. So Nick Bosa has been consistent for the past 4 years, and I think he needs a big contract. So I don't think OBJ is in the question for them to sign. And then also, I think that they need to start looking more deep when it comes to passing because Jimmy G does have the arm strength. He may not be able to compete with like Mahomes, Allen, and Rodgers, all those guys, but he can throw, and I think that they need to use that to their ability, especially because of how physical Jawan Jennings is. As it was shown, he made C.J. Gardner-Johnson look like a baby today, and he was just looking really good out there, really physical, and also his rack has gotten a lot better since he's been working out a lot more.
Yeah, no, I got you. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson is now on the Eagles, not the Saints any longer. But look, man, you make some good points, right? So, with this team right now, golden opportunity to really have a stranglehold of the NFC West. And for this football team in general, this is a well-constructed roster that has an opportunity to really make a deep playoff run. And you talk about some of the offensive weapons. Like, that's what makes this Niners team so dangerous right now. They can go in all these directions every single game to make game planning against them very, very difficult. And that's why I like how the Niners offense kind of bodes when it comes to playoff time. If it gets into a low-scoring game, the Niners can win because of their defense. If it becomes a shootout, I believe that Kyle Shanahan can draw up the necessary plays to keep up with the opposition if they're scoring a lot of points just because of all the weapons that they have on the offensive side of the football. All right, a couple more callers left to get to. My guy, Draco. What up, Draco? Making you the next caller here. What do you got, man?
Can you hear me, gang?
Yeah, I got you, brother.
All right, my bad. I'm at work.
You're good.
It's always a party over here. It's
always.
Like Mexico City.
Yep, let's go.
I didn't even get a chance to see the game. I know we came out 14-0. Who put up the points?
So there was a touchdown throw to Jawan Jennings right before the half on this bobbling touchdown in which Tyrann Mathieu tipped the ball up. Jennings caught it. He was also really good on that drive. And then outside of that, just 2 field goals from Robbie Gould.
Okay. Well, the important thing is we won. So as long as we keep identifying ourselves and the players, hopefully we can keep healthy, stay healthy. All I need them to do is win, whether it's from kicks or points. Just play how they should be playing. How we thought they would have been playing at the beginning. But it's a great win, so I can't even complain, even if we didn't put up that much points.
Draco, man, you're my guy. Appreciate the call from work, by the way. And I think he makes one of the more important points throughout this postgame show.